So back in 2008, I was involved in the finance and insurance for the first ever compressed straw building in the United Kingdom. In fact, it was the first compressed straw building in the world. This particular building provides an 80% reduction in embodied energy and 80% reduction in operational energy. So in theory, there should be far more of these buildings all over the United Kingdom. At the moment, there remain still only 50 in the UK. Well, why is that? The context in which we have to deploy innovative infrastructure. That context is one in which a single measure dictates success, and that single measure is gross domestic product, GDP. GDP encourages infrastructure investment that deploys profits back to the investors quickly, good to high profits quickly. Other benefits such as health, equity, ecology, resilient communities are just seen as side fringe benefits. And to even get them included in major infrastructure deployment, we have to have strong advocacy to get those benefits. So I've decided that my work will look at something to transform this approach. And it's based on some words I heard from a gentleman called Crispin Tickell. He said that out-of-date economics should be regarded as a dangerous mental condition by those that deploy those kind of theories. So I asked the question, how out of date does an economic theory have to be dangerous? My conclusion, any infrastructure investment that then results in significant detriment to the environment and to people is dangerous and out of date. We look around us and unfortunately GDP might show us how efficient a system of production is, but it does not show us how to make a sustainable life, or importantly, a sustainable city. So today we really do have a vast range of proposed indicators that give us a much better idea of success for a holistic society. They include genuine progress indicators, the Better Life Index, national success indicators, and the Sustainable Development Goals. So none of these indicators actually highlight to us the type of infrastructure that we need. They're very, very useful, but it's what type of infrastructure that will give us sustainable cities. Probably the best one we have from livable cities is called UK City Life. It helps prioritise the type of infrastructure that is needed to produce a more livable city. So this is good. However, whenever we have innovative infrastructure, we always face a massive problem, and this is called the valley of death. Now, this is used in terms of innovation all over the world at the moment, but very rarely applied to specific infrastructure. But the valley of death is a place where innovation languishes, where risk is such that people won't come near your piece of innovation, where money suddenly becomes distant, when universities also, their research teams find it difficult to engage, and you struggle to find facilities to deploy prototypes and further research. So the key, therefore, for innovative infrastructure is to move through that valley of death as quickly as possible, finding the finance that's appropriate for that innovation. And that is where I'm focusing my attention. So what I am concentrating my research on is a tool that evaluates the cost of finance that we use for infrastructure investment. Now, that is a multi-criteria tool, and it allocates weightings to the priorities that our UK City Life Index would give. I'm hoping to also demonstrate that through these alternative sources of funding, we can really open up the role of participatory budgeting. But again, what I've just described is simply a tool. It's a tool that still has to operate in the context in which GDP is seen as the major success factor. So what if we change that context significantly? And for me, there are two key factors in changing that context that need to be addressed. First of all, there's what's called the Entrepreneurial State. This is giving public organisations at all levels the ability to intervene in key infrastructure. And there are four key steps in this. One is to empower them to envisage a new infrastructure that we desperately need, and to intervene appropriately, but with massive impact. Secondly, our evaluation of success needs to be longer than short-term political cycles. It needs to be financial and sustainable cycles, so longer-term evaluation of success. If gross domestic product is the current economic paradigm, restorative economics is the new paradigm that we need to be working to. Restorative economics looks at our key social conditions, our key environmental conditions, and says that key factors can never be breached. And restorative economics will protect those factors, restore those factors, and then enhance them for future generations. So if we do all of this, then we will secure livable cities. We will build more buildings out of straw. Thank you.